Hi and welcome to another QLD Off-Road Adventures production, and thank you for supporting us and our content. Hi, my name is Darren from QLD Off-Road Adventures, and today I'd like to show you what I intend to do to the back of the four-wheel drive. So firstly, Paul Motor Body who built this for me. I do like the product. I'm very happy with the canopy. As always, there's always something that someone doesn't like about something, and for me it happens to be this plastic back end. It is a moulded piece of polycarbonate with the lights in it, and I just don't like the way it looks, and equally believe that if I was to catch something under here, I'd actually would tear it off. So I have some ideas for designing a new one, and I'm going to show you what they are, and then actually take you through the design and build of it. Okay, we're going to have a look underneath and see what I'm talking about. So this is the edge I'm referring to. My concern is obviously that A, it'll catch on it, and B, that it's not quite robust enough to take that. So this is the edge as it looks under there. As I stated, I'd like to change that to something a little more substantial. The other issue I hope is that this part here, just the actual tyre carrier, it protrudes substantially beyond that body to there, and if I can extend that out to here and then reshape it, possibly even with a downward slope, I think it'd be much better suited. Okay, welcome to my outdoor workshop. I do have a workshop inside as well as outside, so this is my outdoor workshop that I use mostly for anything with steel work or welding work. So this there is my steel welding bench, and then obviously we have a workbench and bias and so on and so forth. Yeah, this is where we're going to be making it. So, okay, I do have an idea for the general design. I've got some 3mm black steel here, mild steel, that I intend to use. I've got two sections cut to 200mm by 2 meters, one section to 100mm by 2 meters, and I've got some strapping at 2 meters, 25mm by 3mm. So 3mm is quite robust, and some people even possibly say it's excessive, but it will certainly ensure strength in that back end, and that's what this is all about. The other thing is the width of 200mm here will allow me to bring it out past the current tyre carriers, which are actually floating in free space. Not that it requires to support them, but I think optically it'll just look a lot better. So one of the events of children, I've managed to steal some of their crowns, which are fantastic for drawing steel. Some of you, I'm sure, probably know. And we'll have a tape measure now. I do have an idea generally on what I wish to do in mind, and I'll probably give you a bit of a look at that before we do anything else. Alright, I'm not the best drawer in the world, so forgive me for that. Okay, so basically at the moment that's the back wheel, and we obviously currently have our tray going across it, and the canopy go up like that. Now we do have our spare tyre there, or actually it's sitting fairly low like that, and then this hangs out in space. Now at present we do have it just hanging down like that, which is what we wish to change. So I think what we'll do is, as we have this toolbox here like so, I like the idea of bringing it to about the same height. So if we can come out here 200mm to bring it to the edge, and then rebate in, bring down the flange at an angle and then return it back so it ends up level with that, and then insert the tail lights into there. So they're flush rebated. So in short, if you were to look at it from the back, you have the two wheels, the plate would sit right across, it'd be skirted down, then that section in the middle here would be returning back into the back of the vehicle, and the lights would be in there like so. Yeah, then we'll look at reinforcing it. I do wish to make it all one piece so that we can literally just anchor it there, and there, and then we do two side anchor mounts and probably two straps through the centre going back using this piece of steel here, or these pieces of steel at 4mm cut as well. So that's the basic design, so let's see how we go. Okay, now that I've cut all the pieces, I'm going to assemble them. So this one at the back here, which will actually be the top plate, is exactly 1830. This one here, which will be the insert or the face plate, that is exactly 1824, so 6mm smaller than this one, taking into account that this is 3mm. It's got an insert, and then you've got your wings that go on there. So this is a rough shape, and from here we need to clamp it, lay it all, or outline it all together, see how it sits, and then if we're happy after that, that's when we then we'll put it together, tack weld it, square it off, and temporarily fit it onto the vehicle to see whether it'll actually fit and whether it sits the way I wish it to before final welding it. So at this point we're just going to clamp it all together and see how it goes. So we'll take the slides off, and all we're going to now try and do is work out roughly how deep we want to be here as far as this insert. Now the lights that I'm looking at the moment, I won't quite say which ones they are yet. You'll see in the final product, but there will be protruding from this approximately 20mm forward. So in order for them to be protected, I would like to rebate them back. I would probably like to do about double that. The only thing I've got to be aware of, obviously, is with legislation, that if these wings sit on the side, that we're not actually blocking these lights. You've got to be pretty reliable to see it from all angles at the rear. But these wings here will be cut down somewhat anyway. So for the moment, I will probably be looking at dropping this down somewhere around about 40 to 45mm. So we'll measure out. Actually, we might just lay this down. Okay, so we want to take it down from there about 40. So out of here. Now, I can actually utilise this. Just use a bit true cut. They will be square, so I will be able to use them to chalk line. That one's up there. That one's up there. Okay, now in order to hold everything in place and actually visualise it, a couple of magnetic welding joints. So basically what we have now is we actually have the basic design of how all this is going to look. So again, this is the top, that's the front, so that's where the actual lights are going to be inserted, and the distance I'm hoping to make from here to there, as opposed to from here to here, I'm hoping that this here will be approximately 100mm, and I can do a 100mm insert. These plates will then obviously sit along there, and at 40mm will be cut down to suit. So that's kind of the general outline and the design. We'll keep going. Rightio, so we've actually mocked it up now. All the pieces have been cut, and you start getting the idea of what it'll look like. So these little wingets there, they will be measured up once we establish their connection here, which will be approximately there. We'll measure up about 40mm, and then obviously they also get cut along that line, and then you're going to have your lights sitting in there like so. I do have two reverse cameras, one on the upper edge of the canopy for distance, and for immediate reversing there's one currently located on the polymer bull motor body rear end, which clearly I'll take off, and the camera will end up actually going into there, so I'll be cutting that out and actually inserting the camera into that, so again that it cannot be struck or hit. And I do also at the moment have a switch located approximately there, which allows me to switch air supply from tank to direct outlet on the back. Thank you for watching this QLD Off-Road Adventures production. Please subscribe to our channel if you wish to support this content.